Okay, so like here's my testimony in like a nutshell. I grew up in a household that like my parents like believe in God, but like was never forced, like never read the Bible, never really talked about. It was just like there, never was told like go to church, anything like that. I was always like I, from a young age, I never really even like knew what church was that until I got older and like never knew anything about it, never nothing. And so like I went basically my whole life up to like the age of like 12 of not knowing like anything about it, nothing. But like when I was in like the fifth or sixth grade, or maybe going into junior high. It was like a big thing. Like we had this church in town. It was a Christian Life Center, but it was like a big thing. Like we're gonna go to church. Like I never went, but like kids around school were like, "Oh, we're going to church tonight. Like we're going to church." But and I always heard of it. It was always like, "Oh, we're gonna go have fun tonight." Like it was never like, "Oh, we're gonna go learn about that." And I was always very questionable about it. Like I don't know. And like I've always been like scared. Like I never talked to my parents about it. Never talked to anybody about it. It was always a thing that was just like straight out. Like I never looked into it. Never really. It's not that I didn't care. It was that I never knew and was never certain to talk about it. Well, went through high school. I finally figured out in like junior high what the Bible was, what like church was meant for. Never went to it. Or when I was probably in junior high, my dad, he dirt track raced. And so he knew a buddy and they were like big in the church and he told my dad, he was like, "Hey, like you should come to church like one morning." So like me and my dad went like 2 weekends in a row. And then like after that like we stopped. And as like a kid, like you're like, well like we just stopped going, so like something must have been wrong. And like I said, like I never understood like what it was about, like what was going on. So like I was like, oh, it must be bad. It must be something went wrong. So that's not a place that I want to be. And so I went to high school, everything like that. Knew what it was, never went to church, never looked into it. Well, my going into my junior year, I met this girl, her name was Carson. We started dating, and it was very like not weird, but it was very a coincidence because like she was big in the church, been in church her whole life, everything like that. Like everybody knew at school that like she went to church, everything like that. So like me, I'm like was scared out of my mind to try to talk to somebody like that because I didn't know anything about it. I was scared when she would ask me like, "Do you go to church?" No. Do I? Or ask me questions about the Bible or anything like that. Like I was terrified. And like we dated for over 2 years. First part, like the first year, like never talked on it, never spoke on it. Going into my senior year, she was like, "Will you go to church with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go with you." And it was fine, so I was like, "Yeah, I'll go." So I went. It was so uncomfortable that it was like ridiculous. Like, was like sweating, like nervous. I'll get out because I had no idea like what I was getting myself into. Anything. Like, I just remember like when we would pray when I got up, like I literally just closed my eyes because like I knew like to pray to God, but like I was so like overwhelmed that it was like I don't know like what I'm doing, and so like that was hard. I went with her like after that, but I never told her how I felt about it. Like I told her like it went good, everything like that. And we went once again, once more, and it was like the same way. It was just kind of just like I'm nervous, like I don't understand. But then like, so I'm playing football, and like I was trying to go play college football somewhere. Was trying to get recruited. My team was not very good. We went like 2-8, like 1-9. Coaching didn't go well with the coaches. So like I was getting looked at by nobody. and I was still dating Carson at the time, and she had a family member that coached here at Sagu to play football, and she like was like, "Hey, Blayne, like, do you want to go here? Like, I can like try to get you like to talk to this coach to see if they want you to play." And like me, like I was terrified. I was like, "No, like I don't want to go here. I don't know anything like about that. Like, I don't want to do that." And like, to be honest, like my dream was to always go like big time football, like a Christian school, NAI like football team. I was like, no, like I don't want to go. And it was like very hard because like I was scared, like not about playing football, like being accepted like into this school like as like a person, because I didn't know anything about it. I didn't feel like I knew who God was, because I really like don't really didn't. And I feel like everybody was gonna judge me. Everybody was gonna look at me like, "Oh, you don't know this. Oh, you're like this. Oh, that's terrible. Like, you don't know that." Thought I was gonna have no friends, everything like that. So like, and then like I ended my football season, went into basketball season. Still was like, "I don't know if I want to go." And then she was like, "Well, Blayne, they want me to play basketball." Carson told me that. I was like, "Okay." And that was like, I was like, "Okay, I'll go." So like we were planning on coming here together. I was a year older than her, so I was gonna come like the first year as a freshman. She was still gonna be in high school. Made my mind up. I was like, "I'll go." Do the signing day thing, everything like that. Well, this was like a couple months into summer. She breaks up with me. It's like, I don't think this is like what I want anymore, anything like that. And I'm like, I'm a month out from coming to Sagu, start training camp, everything like that. And I'm devastated. Like, I have no idea what I'm going to do, anything like that. I remember crying in my room. I called my dad. My dad's like, "What's wrong?" I cry. I'm like, "She broke up with me." Like, I was like, "I don't like, do I want to go to the same school like she's going to go to?" And I just remember like my dad being like, "Look, Blayne, like you have a month and a half until you go. Like you do not have to go here. Like you can go somewhere else. We can try to find you somewhere else." And in like that moment, I felt like something come over me and was like, You're supposed to come here, Blayne. Like this is the only like chance that you got to play football. So like this is where like you have to do to live your dream out to play college football." And I said, "Okay." So I told my dad, I was like, "It happened for a reason. Like I'm gonna go here no matter what. Like I'll go like a year, and if I don't like it, like I'll leave. She's not gonna be there the first year, so it doesn't matter." And I ended up coming here to Sagu, and like biggest eye opener ever. Like went to chapel, like enjoy it. Like never have had like before I came to Sagu, went to church like twice or 3 or 4 times. Like that's it. Came here, we had chapel every day. Big eye opener. Like, and like I have grown so much since I've been here that like it's like so bad. And like a huge like mentor in my life was like Coach Tristan. And like he was always like, "Blayne, like if you ever have trouble, like let me know." And I was like, "Yes, sir." I was always scared to tell him how I felt, because I never, and like still like I'm still like in like I'm right now in my life like here at Sagu, like I'm in my biggest walk right now to like learn and like strive for Jesus. Like I am in like the highlight reel, like in the climax of my walk with Jesus. So like it's like scary because like I'm still going through this like right now, but like people touch you in so many different ways that it is insane. Like Coach Tristan, before every football game, told us like a story. He would tell stories from like the Bible, like different stories like that. So like, and I like learn, like I would listen, like, and think about this, like I'm about to go out and play 4 quarters like football. Like my mind's on winning this game, like aggression's running, like adrenaline's running. Every game, like he would tell us a story, and like I would lock in to like that story. Nothing else mattered. Nothing else. Playing a football game didn't matter. Like I would literally like listen, and like like did stuff like that, not even knowing that he was like touching me like that. And I was like, wow, like I'm about to go here in front of all these people and play a football game, and I was literally just focusing on like me and God there for a minute and a half of a story. Like I have such like amazing friends here too that like touch me in like different ways. Like yeah, like they don't throw it at me and they're like, oh, like you need to learn, you need to learn, you need to learn. But like I want to be like what they had to offer to people. Like what they're offering to people, like that's how I want to be. And like I met this girl here at school. Her name was Sydney. She was a preacher's kid, everything like that. So like it's weird. Like I don't know. Like she knows so much about the Bible. Like I have no idea like what I'm trying to do. And like I remember her like, you know, like Blayne, like she like would ask me questions, and like I had no idea, like scared, nervous, sweating again. And like she touched my life in such a way that it was like the huge eye opener. And like for her to like do that, and like she just got out of high school, and like I did barely knew this girl. It was like there's something about her like I need to know. Like then like she impacted my life like that quick. My first semester here, missed 17 to 20 chapels. She got here this semester, my first semester here, met her, missed 7 chapels total. That was it. And she like made me like want to be like a better Christian, because like I saw how she was. And like she would like tell me stories like from the Bible and be like, well, do you know this, Blayne? Like she would ask me questions and I'll be like, no, I don't know that. And like she'd be like, okay, it's fine, like let's learn it together right now. Like, okay, like let's learn. And like we did that, and I've learned so much. And like as I go through life every day, like now like I want to learn. Like I remember like a night, me and Sydney, we met up and we learned, like we like had like a Bible study together, and we read a story. I remember getting in the car with my best friend Lex, and I wanted to go find her, and I was like, Lexi, like I like learned this today. Like it was like insane. Like I learned this in the Bible. She was like, Blayne, that's so good. And I was like, and like my other best friend, he goes to school here. His name's Chad. And I was like, I want to go like tell Chad. Like I just want to go tell people now. And it was like insane, like how like Sydney, like one person touched me in a way, and then I wanted to go and tell everybody. Like I wanted to go like tell everybody like how it happened, like just touch me in like such a way that it was insane. And like I remember a situation in high school. I played football all 4 years of high school. Tore my ACL. Devastated. I was supposed to play varsity as a sophomore. Tore it my freshman year. Didn't get to play. And like at this point in my life, like, I didn't know like a lot about God. You know, I didn't know a lot about anything like that. Like I knew about God, so like I would pray like every once in a while, like when I was having a hard time. And like I remember my trainer, like he was new there my first year or my junior year. We talked, and I remember him saying this still to this day. He was like, we saw his phone because I was training with him so I could get back to playing, and like his phone locked, and I clicked it, and I was like, somebody was like, hey, what's your phone like? Or he was like, what's your lock screen on your phone? He was like, it's a pair of work gloves and a Bible. And we were like, why is that your like lock screen? He was like, because that's all a man needs is a work gloves and a Bible. And like that stuck me. I was like, what? Like he was like, and then we asked him like, what? And he was like, that's all you need. Like he was like, Bible will get you through anything through life. Jesus will get you through anything through life. And like ever since then, like my eyes and like coming here to Sagu has like changed me, and like I see the world and like my walk with Christ in like such an amazing and different way. And I'm growing every day, and I love it, and I still will always strive to better myself in my walk with Christ.